What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Pokemon card opening video where I have received packages from Whatnot. And we're going to start with this one because I don't know what it is. I really just don't remember which card is in here. I'm going to pause and go get scissors. That was fast. I'm already back with scissors and a little knife that I don't mind using to cut into a package. So let's see what we got here. Envelope that has been masking taped completely shut. Welcome to rainy day, by the way. I guess I'll show you how hideous the rest of my desk is, but we've got this really nice rainy day going on, although it's super dark all morning, which can make things a little tough. But it means I get to have the window open. I don't have to run the AC. Just looking for an easy opening. It doesn't look like they really gave me one. And it feels like the card is more on this side, so I guess let's use the scissors. And let's just get in there. That was, I think, an over-packaged job. I'm making sure I'm not giving any information away here. Oh, this stupid thing. Well, I'm glad this was first, because this would have been a disappointing last one. I came in on a stream, and I wasn't paying attention, and I saw people bidding on a Hitmonlee, and it was at like $5 or $6, and so I bid on it, because my brain didn't fathom, it couldn't comprehend that anybody would be interested in a non-foil fossil rare. So I was like, holy shit, $6, we're about to get a steal. And then I ended up paying for a card I didn't even want and don't need. I would have rather put that $6 towards the foil version. So I won a giveaway in the stream, so I got this, looks like reverse foil Palossand and this non-hollow. It looks to be in good shape at least. I guess we'll see what's going on here. Oh, that did not come out the way I wanted it to. That looks to be near mint. Yeah, these kind of stuck together a little bit. Wow, that is stuck. Why is that so stuck? Okay, let's not damage the card that we already hate. Here's Hitmonlee. Honestly, looks really good. I mean, looks really good for $19.99, you know. The back has got some play. It's probably like an MP plus. It's a really good, moderately played card, I would say. Somebody would probably call it LP. I think they probably did. But you can see the whitening here on the bottom right. You can see on the bottom left. And honestly, it's like kind of all up this left side. And then a little bit at the top. And some on the right. So, and it's all very light. But there's enough of it that this is just not lightly played anymore, in my opinion. So we paid money for a card we didn't want that's in a condition that we wouldn't have bought it in. Great. Moving on. getting away from that. Put this over here. And I guess we'll look at Palossand just because we're doing the video. Foiling looks good. This one's new enough that I would be surprised if it wasn't near mint, but you know, you are surprised sometimes. It's like a little, like a printer line on the very bottom of it or something. It's so straight and all the way across that it looks like it's from the factory. I don't know if I can even get that. There it is. You can barely see it all the way across the bottom of the card, left to right. It's just like a line. It's interesting. A little bit of nick here. I'd still call it near mint for sure. Not bad for free, you know. Not bad for free. Alright, well, they didn't do anything wrong. It was on me for assuming, because in my mind, it's like, who in the world would buy or sell a non-foil fossil card? Okay, I'm excited about this one because I do know what this is. I'm not going to give it away, though, because that's part of the fun of the video, right? So maybe this will just open for us without cutlery. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I'm not messing with it. It's too easy. Too easy to cut. Okay. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Okay. Well, I had to get my info out of there because they also left like a packing slip inside with the cards, which I do appreciate, but I was not expecting for the video. Oh, F yeah. For anybody who's watching this that doesn't want to hear me curse, wow. I forgot. We only paid $1 for that Lapras, and I paid, what was it? I paid 18 for this Poliwrath. So I paid 19 total, plus shipping, which I think brought it out to like 20, a little over 20 or something. I just paid for like a regular stamp. So wow, let's get these out of here and take a look. Sometimes when there's two of them in there, it's a little awkward. Oh, wow. What do I do now? I was super excited about this Poliwrath because I am collecting base set through Neo right now, and this will be my second Neo Discovery card. I have the Hitmontop from that set as well, and I'm just looking at this thing. It has got some really light scratching on the holofoil. I kind of assumed this card would be LP when I bought it, although I was prepared for it to be moderately played, but it looked like it was probably going to be a good LP. Very light scratching on the holo, otherwise looks pretty good. I don't see any swirls, which, oh, I'm kidding. No, it's here, it's in the dark. There's a swirl right here behind him, a little back swirl. I love these foiling patterns for that reason. It's subjective on whether or not, you know, somebody pays more for a card that has a swirl, but I just think it's a nice factor. It's just a nice bonus. All these cool little orbs, and then a nice swirl right there. It's really, it's a very specific angle that you have to get it on, though. Very light, but very cool. A lot of my Neo cards have swirls, just inadvertently. They've ended up with them. This card looks really good. Little holo foil showing through at the bottom here. Just some stuff, like some dust and some whatever. Tiny little whitening at the top. I don't see... Almost looks like there could be an indent there on that side, but I don't really see it. It's like the smallest little thing there. Wow, yeah, this is a really good LP card. That's nice. I would not call it near mint, just because of these corners and the top, and specifically like the holo scratches too. When you're grading foil cards, or not grading but conditioning foil cards, you're supposed to be much more strict and include the condition of the foiling as well. So kudos to this seller. They sold me a really good card for a really good price. This thing is absolutely beautiful, and I'm really happy to have it. So, Poliwrath, welcome to the collection. God, that thing is nice. And even though I'm collecting old school, I still buy some new stuff that looks interesting. It's also easier for me to buy like new old stuff like Lapras. I know Lapras, so it's kind of easy for me to see this art and to appreciate it. I also love the texture on the cards. I think that's really cool. It's nice that the textured cards aren't outrageously priced. So I've been collecting Magic the Gathering for a while, and the textured cards are like chase cards in that set, but I've got so many textured cards from Pokemon that are $1 or less, or maybe $2. So there's Lapras VMAX. It's not really, I think because of the texture, it actually doesn't look very good on camera. It's almost like always shadowed. It's kind of got a weird effect. There's a little bit of like white up here on the corner, and these V cards, they just cut weird. I've noticed that about them, whether it's the V or the V Max. They're just very strange material that doesn't always look the best on the front, particularly on the edges. Like it just looks like it's a moderately played card, and it's not. But I love this, and I'm happy I paid $1 for it, because now I get to add that to my collection. So, welcome. Lapras VMAX, $1. Happy with that purchase. Okay. This is one I was really excited about, because there is a lot of vintage in here. A lot of vintage in here. I'm going to make sure they did not also include a packing slip, because it's very likely they did for all these cards. Yep, they did. They did. Oh, and they were very nice. They said thanks for supporting the stream. Alright, never mind. I cannot show you the details that I thought I could, because it's all got tracking info on it. So, they've got the cards in this really nice new stuff that I'd not seen until I started buying from Whatnot. So this is new to me, but I do appreciate it. It's really nice. I know this is giving a lot of people a panic attack right now, but I promise I'm not gonna cut into my own cards. Cool. Wow, and they're all in top loaders too. Can you see that? Like every individual card has its own loader. I love the packaging on this. They did me really good on the packaging. I'm not going to cut into that anymore. We can just let these come out. Okay. Great. Well, let's start with this one. And they've also encased them in these little plastic outer sleeves, which is really nice. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Alright, I don't know how much my name goes, but let's see. So what do we got here? Jumpluff! Oh my goodness. Jumpluff. God, I love this card. I really love this card. Let's take it out. That is a... I don't know how much of that's the sleeve and how much of that's the card. This is kind of the bad thing about Whatnot, is sometimes the cards look really good and they are really not. So this Jumpluff looks beat, man. I could go and buy one in much better condition for $1 more than I paid for this one. Yeah, that's like... God, that's like heavily played. That's really unfortunate. Love this card though, and I'm not saying anything bad about the seller. Because I kind of just like bought it because I love Jumpluff. I don't see a swirl on this one. Doesn't mean it's not there though. Sometimes they're like really hidden. My other Jumpluff has a swirl right here in the back, which is really nice. Yeah, this one's gonna get a cleaning. You can see how rough the edges are, and there's even like some black up here. It's almost starting to peel. This is almost a damaged card, which is really unfortunate. There's lots of stuff on the surface. There's gunk on it, which according to TCG Player, like any gunk on the card is damage. This is almost damage. Yeah, that little peeling of the card is technically damage as well. I reviewed all the criteria yesterday. That's beat, man. That's beat. A little like bend here in the corner, but it'll clean up really nice, and maybe we'll make some good trade fodder. So I'm probably gonna leave this out to the side and know that I need to clean that. All right, well, let's hope for better cards in these coming ones. So here's the next one. Yes. Oh my god, I forgot it was German, I think. PP Clefairy. That's funny. I needed this for my collection, and it was a good price, so I bought it. But this is also, man, that hollow foiling has just seen better days. This is damaged up here. There's literal card missing from, if I can get it to focus, there's literal card missing from the word Pokemon on the O and the K. Really scratched up hollow foil. It doesn't even really shine very well. The sides look really good. Top is a little messed up. Back isn't too bad. Oh, there's like a bite up here or something, like some sort of I couldn't have paid too much for this card, because I wouldn't have bid on it. So this one, I bet once I get all these cards laid out, I'll be able to remember how much I paid for this one. I paid $9 for the Jumpluff, and I thought it was like gonna be an LP card, and it just is not. So kind of got raked on that one. All right, Clefairy's going in the clean pile too. So now I have base set Clefairy, which is really what I wanted this for. And I had to have gotten it for a decent price or I wouldn't have bought it. So let's see what else we got. I got some other bangers in here that I got for cheap, so I'm hoping their conditions are good as well. It's amazing how much better they look on somebody else's camera. So I might just be giving up my whatnot buying for a while because it's just so hard to tell on condition, or I might get real specific. So this one's got a lot of edge wear, although some of these cards are like more pricey. That one's got kind of like a chunk taken out of it. This one's got some edge wear. These two are probably the better ones. Even the chunky one kind of is the better one, and this one's the worst one. So let's see what we got. This one's got this little white chunk and some speckling around the edge. Hey, base set Magneton. Right on. Okay, English. English Magneton. decent foiling. The whole, almost, yeah, the entire edge is visible here. The foiling shining through from where the card was either rough cut or just handled a lot. Same thing on the bottom. This side is better, but there's still a lot of it showing as well on the side. And a little bit on the top. Foiling is not too bad, actually. There's like a really mild, really light scratch on the right in the middle. Like it almost looks like a thumbnail or something. You can see it there. But it's super light in the camera. Yeah, the foiling is actually not that bad. Cool. Wow, that old holofoil, look at that. Look at that hologram effect. So cool. Camera doesn't really do it justice. Back, we already know, is kind of dinged up on the sides and the corner. But the top looks really good, minus like a little nick. This side actually looks really good. This bottom has a tiny bit of whitening. It's not a bad card. It's probably... depends on what you think about these edges. I almost want to call that heavy play, but really it's probably more like moderate. Depends on if this is a factory cut or if this is from handling. Based on the rest of the card, though, it almost looks like it's just a bad cut, because I've seen new cards. I'll give you an example. I've seen new cards that are cut really bad as well. I paid $1 for this Kyogre before it went up in price, and if you can, I'll try to find the angle, you can see it's much more faint, but you can see here foil speckling. Look at this like top left area, how much of the foil is coming through. And then as I go down, you can see it even more. It's just like there's just like all these little nicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It just looks like it's been chewed on. The top has got this little one at the top. The bottom has got some showing through. And this is not as severe, but to me it is, because this is a brand new card. Like this has probably not been played with. It's probably came out of the pack and somebody put into a sleeve or a binder. Look how chewed this right side is. Look at all this chewing over here that you can see. And this card's from 2021, which is when people were like still intentionally collecting and not just putting these things in their pockets on the playground. So the whole point of that is that like sometimes it's the cut. Sometimes it's the cut of the card and it's not clean and the foiling shows through. And I think that that's actually the case with this Magneton, because of how good the holo foil is and like how little wear there is on it. Like that really pops compared to the Clefairy. Look at the difference in these two holofoils. You can immediately see, and now you can see the edge wear on the Magneton, but you can immediately see the difference in the holofoils and how much the Magneton pops and how much the Clefairy doesn't. And it doesn't have anything to do with the Clefairy being German. You can see all this scratching. You can see it's just been like worn down somehow. So I think this is like a cut, like a factory cut issue, which doesn't make it any better, because I still am going to grade it harshly. If it comes from the factory that way, it's still in the condition that it's in. Doesn't mean that it's not MP or even HP from all the crap, but somebody might, you know, If you just go on the whitening and you ignore the fact that like both of these edges are poor cut, then I would always sell this for MP, I think, because otherwise it's a really nice card. Okay. Magneton, what do we got? We got two more. What do we got? Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Misty's Tentacruel, Gym Heroes. And for anybody who has a hard time remembering, the white is the heroes and the black is the challenge. Somebody explained it to me like the light and the dark. Star Wars. So, first glance, it looks okay. It needs a cleaning. And the foiling is kind of scratched. Yeah, it's an old card. I mean, this card came out whenever we were putting them in binders, but we certainly weren't worried about. I mean, we were worried about how they looked, but like not like we are today. Look at all this. Fortunately, this will all clean off. It's hard to see in the camera, but there's like some, yeah, look at that. There's like a fingerprint smudge of some material there. There's some like black over here. It's like somebody was changing their oil and then they grabbed this card. There's some stuff over here, some gunk. The foiling is really scratched on this. It's unfortunate. It's a lot of light scratches, but it is very scratched. I mean, this already, even though there's not a lot of wear on the edge, this already looks like an HP card because of the foiling and because of the, like, there's literal damage to the card with the gunk on it. Back looks really nice, tiny indent here, more gunk. I hope that's just like a fingerprint and not like a water droplet. I paid $15 for this card, I'm almost sure. And this is not a cheap one. Gym Challenge and Gym Heroes, a lot of those cards are really pricey. So I kind of figured I was gambling on some of these, but because I was getting a deal that I just might be able to manage it. But yeah, like looking at this that way, it really doesn't look too bad. You can see that orb. The orbs around Tentacruel are really cool. It's good in this light, but not in that light. So I definitely got catfished on the angle here. Probably going to stop buying as many cards from Whatnot. Oh, that's a cool effect, though. I love that. That's really neat. But yeah, I saw this, and I got this. I'll clean it. I'll just rub it down with some water very lightly and see if I can get the dirt off. I'm almost sure I can. Alright, last card. This one looks the most beat on the back. Little piece missing here, little flip. All this edge wear. You can see this whole right side, whole back right side, front left side, bottom, just a little bit on the bottom. Otherwise, looks okay for now. Oh, baby. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is another one I paid $15 for because I needed it for my collection. So let's see, what did I get? I got 3 that I didn't have and 2 that I did, just because they were good deals. So I definitely paid $15 for this and $15 for Tentacruel, but I don't know, maybe I paid $9 for this? It's crazy. I only paid $9 or $15 for each card. I'm almost certain Tentacruel was $15, but maybe it was not. Maybe it was not. So I guess what I need to do is see if my dollar cost average worked out here, and if I divide 63 by 5 and the average of every single card is more than that, then I did okay. That's what I'll think about. I need to take this guy out. So we've got Kabutops Hollow, the Hollow from Fossil. Not like the Hitmonlee from earlier. This one's also really scratched. So this is not even a light played. Even if the rest of the card was perfect, I don't think this is a light play foil. It's like probably moderately played foil at best. You can just see how dirty it looks compared to like a different angle where the stars come through. When you're not looking at that, look, this is just all scratches. These are just all light. It's like somebody took a tiny little Brillo pad to it and just scraped all around the Kabutops. It's really unfortunate. There's tiny little... This might actually be... I think that's a chunk of card missing there, so that's tiny little damage. Where my thumb is, my right thumb. Tiny little damage there. Yeah, you can see the hollow foil come through. Edges look pretty good. There's a little bit of something going on up here at the top. Pretty good other than all the hollow scratching. And then the back is just really beat. There's a little flip here. There's actually damage here. That's just card that's missing here at the top. And then all this whitening on the edge. All this whitening on the back. I think if I were selling this card, I'd really have to like think about it and go over it and maybe even try and like, you know, clean the, if there's any dirt on it, or wipe the foiling or something. But this looks HP to me. The foiling is not sharp. Look, it's like the Clefairy foil. We saw how much the Magneton popped. Even through the sleeve right away you can tell the difference in the cleanliness of the foil. See, look how this just looks like it was just scraped. And the Magneton, it doesn't look like that's not the prettiest angle of the foil, but it doesn't look like it's all scratched up either. It just shines, and this one is really, really scratched. So, well, we got Kabutops. A lot of these are binders, though. Well, they're all binders. I'm just trying to fill my binder. I'm trying to get cards that I used to have. I'm trying to get my old collection back. The hologram still works here. You can still see a lot of this layering of the stars and kind of giving this 3D effect, which is what they were going for in Gen 1, which is really cool. I do appreciate that. But it doesn't look like, other than the Poliwrath, it doesn't look like I'm going to get so lucky with, like, look at this card. Yes, it's newer, but I mean, look at how clean it is. Look at the foiling. Look at how there's, like, no damage. Every orb is visible. Even whenever you put it in a negative light and you don't see as much of the shiny stuff and you just see the, like, the base foil layer, it's clean. And I'm looking through my camera at it, so maybe I'm missing something, but it just looks so clean to me. It doesn't look like there's any scratch on it at all. It looks, actually it looks really good. I'm not going to say perfect, but it's, because we know there are, at different angles, there are light scratches, but look at that compared to the Kabutops and the Clefairy. Like, that just shines. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. And this one, it might have been put in a pocket or two. I don't know. I mean, it's $19.99. We were ripping these things from Walmart and Target and trading them on the playground and taking them to school and putting them in backpacks and binders and pockets and you name it. So, and it shows. So 4 out of the 5 cards I got, I think I need to give a little love to, and just do like a wipe down with a rag and do some cleaning. But you can see how, like, if I don't pull them up close to the camera, they're very appealing. Very appealing at this angle. It's like Jumpluff actually looks really good. You can kind of start to pick out this top right corner here if you pay attention. PP, I can't even really see with the way I've got my camera set up. Misty's Tentacruel, you can see the scratches. Kabutops looks okay, as far as I can see. So, alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out these cards and doing this opening with me. I'll see you next time.